is about what's below the ocean. How deep do you think it could be? So I believe there's a whole nother.
It's a whole other world down there.
I wouldn't say world, but it's a bunch of trenches. You know what I'm saying? And those trenches could be up to 1,000 feet. They could be up to 50,000, 100,000, 500,000. Who knows? Like it's like they said, they only discovered 5% on the entire Earth. With that being said, the other 95%, what could be under there? We know it's water, but what's in the water? You know what I'm saying? That's the topic here. What do you think could be under there besides? Oh, I think it's some monsters, stuff that we don't need to see because it's gonna freak us out. You know what I'm saying?
I think they make it seem like sharks are our most dangerous predators, and we got whales and stuff. But I feel like it got to be something that eats even them. That's like way bigger than them, especially because we don't know what's down there. It's dark. You got creatures that glow down there, or they don't need to see, or they can see, or like something down there is surviving. So, and that's not our territory. So I don't know. I feel like it's a whole nother world down there. It's a whole another giant list of monsters that's down there, and I don't know what it is. I don't feel like we're ever gonna find out. Well, we may, like 10 years from now, when technology evolves enough to go down there.
I don't even think it'll be 10 years from now. Honestly speaking,
what you think?
We'll probably discover like maybe another 10%, but unless they create some crazy stuff within the next 30 years.
Because they still don't know how deep it even is. Right?
Right. Unless they create some crazy, device or something. Because a human's not going to be able to go that deep.
Yeah.
So it's almost physically impossible. But unless they create a suit or a machine that can go down there, you know what I'm saying, we can see.
Right.
With a camera attached. But then we can see, like I said, another 10%. I don't think it's going to be, we discovered 50% of the, no, because it's too deep, man. That's a lot of water. Like,
you can see the sun from almost anywhere.
And I believe the animals, the only reason we can see the animals we can see now is because they're closer to, the top. They're closer to the surface.
Come up.
So, what's below them?
What about the ones that don't come up?
There has to be something below them, and something below the ones that we can't see as well. It's like it's layers.
Yeah, it's like a food chain, like a pyramid.
It's like it's layers, and I'm like, what if one of those creatures or something came up just one time for us to see, and they just go back down? I just wonder if that happens. How people make these wild discoveries every few years. And I'm like, there's stuff that be washing up on the beach.
Or it's like how they have how they like every blue moon they find like a giant octopus
that's what I'm
like
saying.
25 feet long. It's gotta be something that's way bigger.
Even regular fish, well not regular fish, but fish that are normally around like 20, 30 pounds can grow up to like groupers and snappers. They can grow up to 300 pound, 400 pound fishes. Yeah. And you can catch them. You know what I'm saying? Dolphins, all types of fish. You know what I'm saying? And if they can get that big, there's no telling. That's a regular fish.
It's funny because every sea creature can't go just anywhere in the sea.
Right.
So what about the ones that can go deep? They can go dark. I feel like the sun, you can see the sun in almost any part of the world. But in the ocean, you got places that are pitch black because it's so deep. There's no light touching it at all. That is insane. Or even when I go, like, if you go to, like, when I go to the beach and I put my feet in the sand, how your feet sink in the sand, and apparently the water gets deeper because the sand gets lower, right? To touch the ocean floor. So see it like you telling me the sand just going deeper and deeper and deeper, or I don't know. And then plus like what you see in like shows and movies of the things coming out of the water, and how we hear like fairy tales and things like that, and that just makes me, I don't know, that person makes me think more. Like they made like all these Godzilla movies and stuff like that, but there really could be something that's bigger than we could only imagine that's down there. He has enough space to move. The Earth is what, 70% water?
Yeah.
So he has no, whatever's down there has enough space to move. It's deep enough for us not to see it. We don't know what's all down there. So a lot of the things, it's not surprising that we haven't found them yet.
I don't think there's something that as big as
not as big
he was in the movie, but I think is extra huge things under there. I think they're gigantic. But so I don't think it's like movie like. What I'm saying? I think it's gigantic enough to be like we'll look at it and be like, oh, I'm not surprised. You know what I'm saying? Not like, okay, he's as big as 3 houses or something like that. Yeah. That's crazy. But what we're saying is it's things that are huge down there.
What did you say was the size of a school bus?
A whale.
A whale's the size of a school bus. So you're telling me
a blue whale. There's
nothing bigger than that?
Yeah.
It has to be.
I believe so.
Because and that's why I never understand people who just like have no worries of being out there. Like, you don't know what you may see. Anything can decide to. It is crazy because it just like sad to say like how sometimes people go missing and they never find them.
Mm-hmm.
That plays into that too, because you can't even find them because we can't go that deep and we can't see. So it always just makes me think like, where did they go, or how far, or what, like just how? Because it's not just sharks just
right
out there eating us. Something's eating the sharks too.
That's the ultimate mystery, because you don't know if they're just sinking, that they just keep sinking for hours or days, or something ate them or something like that. Or when you see sharks that have bitten, you know what I'm saying, they missing a chunk of their body, you like, if a shark getting bit up like that, what is doing it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Since they're the predators, the top predators of the ocean.
That we know of.
Sure, sharks to attack other sharks, but for half the body to be gone, come on, man.
I saw in the show the other day. Now, I'm gonna sound crazy because the show is about mermaids, but it's not about the mermaids. I'm not gonna talk about the mermaids. No, I'm not gonna talk about the mermaids. But in the show, they were the U.S. military was trying to find out where are the mermaids? Where are they? Like, where are they living? How come we can't find them? We can't catch them. We don't see them. And at one point, they were able to like go down the ocean, and they stopped on the ocean floor. But after sitting there for a solid like minute, the sand, it started to act like quicksand. Like, it started to rumble, and their submarine sunk into the sand and led them to what was underneath that sand. Because if the ocean's that deep, you're telling me the sand is going that deep all the way down and there's nothing underneath it? Or there's not another, like, no loopholes here? And I was just like, and that's how they ended up finding, this is where they've been hiding the whole time. They've been basically underneath this little thin layer of sand that we don't come to because it's too deep, and why would we be down here anyways? So it was kind of like perfect spot, I guess. But it just made me be like, I don't know, there's I don't feel like, I don't know. I'm not trying to find out what's down there. That's all I know.
There's 4 different oceans, and each ocean has, different parts to it.
Right.
So there's parts of the ocean where you can see the floor, and it's like 30 feet.
Right.
There's parts where that's 10 feet.
It start getting dark.
And then there's parts where you don't see the floor at all. At all. Like, it's just pitch dark. You know what I'm saying? All you can see is fish and coral reefs and everything.
You ever see like the little videos and pictures of the ocean, and it's like super light the first 20%, and the rest of it just get, it's like a line.
Yeah,
and the rest of it start getting dark.
That's how it's lit. And the thing that's called the Mariana Trench.
I thought it was Mariana. It's not Mariana. No, it's not. Okay, go ahead.
They believe that that's one of the deepest, or if not the deepest trench, you know, in the ocean. But we only discovered about 20%, not even 20, like 15% of it, because we can't go, like we said this whole segment, we can't go that far yet. We haven't created something that can go that far deep yet. But that trench is between two cliffs under the water, and it just keeps sinking like this. They don't know where it ends.
That's crazy.
They predict, you know what I'm saying? They can, you know,
they can
put predictions out there and estimate where it ends, and that's what they've done. But who's to say that it ends right there? It could go even deeper. And that's just one trench.
Alright, and it's a whole
the
ocean.
entire globe, you know what I'm saying? Out of the 95% that we didn't discover yet.
Right.
So that's scary.
You know, another thing that's crazy about it, the water can eat up a whole boat, whole yacht, freaking Titanic.
You can't compare that to now.
I'm not, but I'm just saying the fact that Titanic was able to just sink, go down like it was nothing.
You can't compare.
But there are boats.
Nowadays.
Okay, I'm just saying. I'm finna say like there are boats that go missing and are never found as well.
There's planes that go missing.
Planes, yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Crash in the water.
Yeah. Craziness. I feel like one day they gonna find out what's down there, and it's gonna freak us all.
Well,
out.
I feel like if they do find out, they're not gonna tell us. They're not gonna tell.
Yeah.
People.
Like it's gonna stay hidden for a little while.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell us. They're just gonna keep it classified.
Right.
If they tell us, nobody's gonna ever go in the water again. Honestly.
Yeah, we not. Ain't nobody going. Well, you gonna have some people they gonna want to go because they gonna want to find it themselves, and
they can go.
They can go by themselves. They gonna dead.
I'm good.
I just feel like that's not our territory. We can't breathe down there. I don't care.
Well, hypothetically speaking,
maybe I've seen too many movies.
Hypothetically speaking, if they do create something, a suit or something where you can see, you don't go, to the point of no return, but you can go down deep enough to where you can see what's down there. Where you got a camera and you got a flashlight, like a bright light with you, where you can see around.
A robot or a fake.
But you go down in groups, and they take y'all down in groups, or if y'all like they build a submarine that could go that deep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Would you do it? Like, would you be on the submarine? Why?
Nope.
So if you're in the submarine, you know what I'm saying?
I don't go past my knees when I go to the beach. If
it does have windows, what you can't see without windows. So if you're looking through the window and you see the light just gone, and y'all just keep sinking and keep sinking, that's gonna scare you. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So
anything can happen.
So y'all get to about 50 feet, and then y'all
once
keep
I'm
going,
not in my, I'm
100
not in,
feet. No. And then he just telling y'all how deep y'all going as y'all going.
Oh,
you looking up and you don't see light no more. That's gonna freak you out. Or you gonna be like, get me off, like we on a ride or something.
Yeah, man.
They can't go back up.
That's my thing. Anything.
Until they done.
Listen, it's audio control at that point. You cannot win a battle against the water. I don't care what you. I don't care how. I don't care if you think you're an Olympic swimmer. You cannot win that battle. There are creatures down there with one little mini slap. That's it. So.
A slap.
Yeah.
What do you mean a slap?
One little mini slap with their tail, whatever they want to do, whatever. I'm
just
saying.
Slap you, they eat you.
I know. I'm just saying.
Bite your
but
face
that's
off.
like people, you seen the videos where people the fish have just swam next to them, so I don't know. But anyways, that's not your territory. And Anything can happen down there.
What you doing down here?
I'm not trying to be the negative bird, but anything, you gotta think real. This like anything can happen down
Have
there.
you ever thought
What if
about,
the sub just stopped working? What if the water start? I don't know.
Some
start glitching.
That's a lot of things that can go wrong.
It doesn't come back up.
Check me out.
Cause remember, we can't swim up anyways.
Here's another thing. What if fish look at us as we look at them, like food or something like that? Once you get down to that deep, because people are always fishing, and that's how, you know what I'm saying, that's how us humans eat. We fish, we get the fish.
That's why they eat us.
We cook them and eat them. What if they what if the creatures down there, since they never see us, what if they just, you know what I'm saying, they attack on sight because they never seen a human before, like they never seen flesh, like, you know, human forms. What if we go down there, you know, they just attacking on sight? What do we do about that? Because if you think about it, they have a mind of their own as well. And if they're thinking the way we're thinking, like looking at them, I think they'll attack. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to give us the time of day.
And see, we got eyes like they got eyes.
The regular fish that's in the ocean now, they see all these damn fishing hooks in the water trying to catch them. You know what I'm saying?
Don't say fishing hooks.
That's,
oh man, you made me think of SpongeBob. Sorry.
That's gonna, you know, I feel like they feel the same way. Just like animals in the wild, you know, think, you know, that we're there to harm them. I feel like fish feel the same way. And when you get down to that, you can't see nothing. That's out of your control. It's over there. I mean, shoot, it's really over before you get to that point. Anyway, if it's a big animal under there.
I just hope whatever they find.
I feel like they feel the same way, and I feel like it'll be bad. You know what I'm saying? If they tell us what's under there, that's all I have to say.
I just hope if we do discover a new species of something, it's not another. Cause
do you think dinosaurs?
I hope it's not another thing of. I hope it's not another land walking / swimming creature. Like how we have alligators and crocodiles, they can do both. I hope it's not that.
Do you think dinosaurs live down there? Or something that looks like a dinosaur lives down there?
A monster? Yep. Call me crazy. Cause who's to say that it doesn't exist? Who's to say it's not there? Who's to say you've never seen it? You've never been down there. How do you know? How can you say something is fake? Cause we've been taught things all our lives. So a person can't teach you what doesn't exist if they've never seen it themselves. How can they tell you something? That's why, like, people, you can't tell me something is not real. Like, how do you know it's not real? Have you seen it? Do you have so, yep, I believe it. It could be some type of monster or something. Listen, they say crocodiles they say they were around during the dinosaur ages, right? So, who's to say it ain't something just as old as them? That's just been
right.
Man, you don't know. And we just need to keep it at this. I don't think we should find out.
So is that scarier than knowing what's out there in space?
Shit.
Even though space is out of our control, but you know
the ocean out of our control too.
But we can actually see the ocean. We don't know what's out there, like in space. We won't see it unless that's another topic. But we won't see it unless, you know, some miraculous.
I think whatever's in the
happens
ocean
and we can see what's in the galaxy.
It's way more scarier than what's
Since
in
we're
space.
on Earth, I think it's a little bit more scarier considering the fact
we live here.
That we live next to the ocean. Like we're surrounded by water.
Literally.
Yeah.
And also because I highly doubt there's any flesh-eating, human-eating animals in space.
You don't know what's out there.
We don't know what's out there. But we know it's animals out there. So, yep, I don't know. I'm not trying to find out what's in either one.
We'll find out. I guess, and you know.
Maybe I said 10 years.
It's
5?
A little bit longer. Way longer.
Way longer than 10.
You have to create something. Yeah. Way longer.
So 20.
I'm not gonna put weight on it. I'm not gonna put a year on it because you don't know.
Technology.
5%? It's 2019.
Yeah.
We got a long ways to go. So
I don't know, man. They just gonna do some digging.
right, but that wraps up this segment. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks for tuning in.
See you guys in the next video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video. See you guys in the next video.